world. So
just mute your computer.
Deal.
Okay.
So can you guys, but it's coming through okay?
Yeah, you got an echo on the world.
All right,
Yeah,
come back. Come back and I'll mute the world.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll have Jake share in just a minute. Some of the other things that we've been working on, Becky and Barbie. I know, in addition to the training and education list that you've been working on, your primary focus and goal is education and resources that are important, in particular to our veterans, our active military, because we do have folks who are still actively serving in the military and pursuing real estate careers, and also our military spouses. What are some of the goals and some of the things that you're working on for the rest of the year here for the eXp Military Network?
Good morning. I'm Barbie Hawkins, and I am an Army veteran of 20 years. I served in the Alaska Army Guard for 18 of those years. I'm also an Army spouse, and my husband served 3 tours of Vietnam and retired after 29 years of service. The other things that Becky and I have been working on, along with our team, Melissa and Sherry, are just making sure that we provide some resources or pull some lists together to help agents become better agents for their veteran clients or their military clients. There's so many programs available for public servants and veterans, but many agents, they want to put on the MRP designation or say that they want to work for, do the best they can for veterans, and they're all about getting the veteran clients, but many of them don't understand or even know what resources or what programs are available for their client. So that's our other focus, and our goal is to pull enough resources together just so to be a one-stop shop. Jump on eXp Military Network and be able to pull those resources and just take a look to see what's available state by state. And we also want to invite other agents, other eXp members, veterans, to, if you know of anything or have any information to share that's specific to your area or your state, chime in, pop it in there for us. We're here to help each other and be a resource so that we all can be a better steward of our military community.
Yeah, and to expand on that too, there are tons of programs that are out there for veterans and spouses, even and our children, even after service. So we are looking into those programs because we all go through different walks of life. We all go through phases. So there may be a program out there to actually help us on a personal level. Obviously we're business related, but from a personal resources that we can tap into as well. And so we're here, to be a well-rounded community.
Fantastic. Thanks, Becky and Barbie. We've had a couple more of our team members join on. We have a really strong leadership team here at the eXp Military Network. And I want to give Terry and Joe a chance to introduce themselves, share a little bit about what they're working on, and some of their reasons for jumping on board the Military Network and helping us out. Terry, why don't you go ahead and start, and we can then have Joe and then Jake. Hopefully you got your sound figured out. We'll have you introduce a little bit about yourself too, okay? So Terry, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so a little bit about myself, I guess you want to hear, and why I'm jumping in this. So I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I grew up in a military household myself. My dad retired Navy. Grandfather was in the Army. Tons of family through and through, all the different branches. Myself, I did, both my parents were in real estate. I didn't want to do real estate, so I joined the Marines. Joined the Marine Corps. Did Semper Fi, David. I see you over there. So did that for 6 years, active duty. Loved it, loved every second of it. But I just felt like there was something else calling me. Not sure what that was at the time, but I got out, had a job for a year or two. Mom sold me my first place, and then I got the itch for real estate. So jumped into real estate, always having a focus on our military. Being in Virginia Beach, there's a base every time you turn around. Almost everybody you run into is some way connected somehow to it. But yeah, it's all I knew growing up. It's all I knew all my life. And then when I, saw this, eXp was actually taking a charge towards the military, and actually recognizing and wanting to be more involved in helping educate and spread the word and take care of our military members everywhere, because now we are an international company, crazy enough as that is from where we were a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to jump in, be a part of it, be included, be able to give back, and just fill in, kind of like in the military, fill in where you're needed. But I know definitely one of the focuses is, I want to help bring some of our military in, because sometimes they get out and not sure what to do. I've had so many friends get out with things that don't relate to the outside world. One of my friends that he worked with stingers, shooting down planes, and that doesn't really translate much in the civilian world. So we could use jobs like that and other things to help build a career, something to take care of him, his family, and so many others across the board. There's so many people, whether they want to do it part-time, full-time, whatever. But, real estate can be a really rewarding career. And for those that want to be involved in it, I want to give back and help bring those in, train them up, and make them, successful leaders in their own communities, so they can turn around and give back too and keep paying it forward. So that's kind of my story. Nope, I can't hear you now. I think you're muted. I'll keep talking if everybody else.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm multitasking here. Joe, tell us a little bit. I know you're based out of Texas, and you're going to be working with me in the world to make the presentation on the next panel. But tell me a little bit about what you're working on with the eXp Network.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon or good morning to whoever's out there. My name is Joe Schromick, and I'm one of your eXp military leadership. I am a 23-year veteran. I have the distinction of serving in 2 different branches. I am 4 years in the United States Air Force, where I was an aircraft mechanic. And then I was 17 years in the Texas Army National Guard, where I was a Cav Scout based out of Bryan, Texas. I came to eXp about 2 years ago. My military lineage, I can trace back to pre-Revolutionary War. I have had a member of my family in the armed forces since this country began, and it was my honor and privilege to continue that through my 23 years. I look forward to working with everybody on the leadership team. I look forward to working with you in eXp world or outside of the world, and we look forward, the eXp leadership team looks forward to working with everybody to try to get forward and make this a better place for us.
And Jake, you're back, right?
I'm back. I had to leave the world. I don't know how to mute the entire world. I don't know what the deal is. Superman apparently mutes the world a lot better than I do. So just hanging out in StreamYard.
So share with us a little bit about some of the projects that you're working on with David Gwilt and David Kurtz, and even some of the outreach that you're doing within eXp.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, so David Gwilt has kind of taken over the attraction piece, let's say, and the education piece for military. I feel like I am nothing but like just a tiny cog that's helping everybody out. So don't count me in as the biggest participant, but yeah. So what we're doing for eXp, we're trying to build awareness both for military members and for people just inside eXp. I think a lot of people don't realize how many veterans are really in eXp. So that's a big piece, I think, for all of us, is to get us all together first and foremost. Secondly, on the outside, I speak to veterans on a daily basis, especially ones who are either in real estate or even not in real estate. I actually just had somebody join literally yesterday who is a veteran. Literally was like, oh my gosh, like, why has nobody told me about eXp before? And I'm like, because I was coming along, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I personally think eXp is probably like one of the best places for veterans and spouses too. So we've got that going on. Today, obviously, we have a panel on building a team and how that's going to help folks who are either military, or even if you're not military, I'd say join either way. Some of the stuff that's going to be coming through and some of the nuggets you're going to get dropped by both David, myself, and then Mike Nelson, who will be joining us later, I think is going to be pretty much invaluable. But I'm excited. I'm glad that this big revamp for eXp MilNet is here. I personally love being on stuff like this. Background on me, I served for only 6 years. I know we have a lot of rock stars up here, or like, lifers. I am not a lifer. I'll admit it. I'm a one deployment and done kind of guy, personally. So did 6 years in the United States Army as a combat medic. I served with an infantry unit, deployed in 2010, got out and decided I was going to go work for the VA. So I worked for the VA for quite a long time, both in benefits and in medicine. I was fortunate enough to go back to school using my VA benefits and voc rehab, and was able to get, I don't even know how many degrees at this point, thanks to the good old VA. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me, and I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm excited for this.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jake. So let me share with everybody a little bit more about what's going on. You've heard everybody talk about, we're trying to build visibility. We're trying to build community, and some of the things that we're working on, if you haven't already noticed, and if you look towards the right side of the screen, folks that are in the eXp world, on the right side of the screen, we have a link if you want to get involved with the eXp Military Network. We do have a very, very active eXp workplace community. That link is up there on the screen. We also have a link to the eXp military referral map. If you're looking for somebody who is working in a particular area near a particular military base, or any other area around the country, you can go there and find eXp agents that have experience with the military who would be great to refer for your clients and other referrals that you have coming by. In addition, on that side of the screen, we also, if you want to learn more about getting involved with, as an Infinity member, somebody who is a supporter of the military, you want to learn more about working with military families, we do have some other groups here in eXp. We have the VA rep group, and we have the MRP group, and also the PCS agent referral network, which is all agents out there who are looking to help the military. So that's where you can get involved there. But if you really want to get involved with our network, please go ahead and take a look at the link about joining the actual network group. Some of the other things that we're doing, I know all of us are really excited for the first time ever. David, you may want to, Kurz, you might want to chime in on this. For the first time ever, we are going to be having the eXp military breakfast at shareholders in Florida. And on the screen, you're going to be able to see information about the military breakfast, and also instructions. The key, though, is if you want to attend the military breakfast, it is a free event for everybody. And you do need to change your registration for shareholders to include the military breakfast. And David, are you planning on being there?
I'm absolutely going to be there. I'm looking forward to this. This is the first time that the eXp Military Network gets a great presence at shareholders. And God willing, guys, if you jump in, participate, register, come have a free breakfast with us, listen to a few great announcements that are going to happen. I think the bigger of a splash we make, the bigger we will be at eXp